Hello, hello. I am testing my new mic today for this live, so don't mind me. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I think I might just hold it, honestly. I was just making a joke the other day that I thought, actually it was on Threads. I was like, I thought that I would be so stressed doing YouTube content because I felt like everything had to be perfect and like the lighting had to be amazing and the cameras had to be amazing. And I'm like, and then I realized that maybe I just need to stop overthinking it and I need to just do it and yap. And I'm very good at yapping. I could yap all day long. And here I am. And I'm loving it. Oh my gosh. This is what I mean. This is pretty real, raw footage here. Trying to set up my phone because I want to do it on my phone too. Okay. Here we go. Today, I'm doing a case study and I'm talking about my client, Dr. Erica from New Vitality Health and Wellness, and how she took her practice and we took her practice from just starting out, beginning stages, trickle of referrals to booking 10 bringing in 10 plus clients every single week from her ads and booking every single one of them. Like her conversion rate is 90 to 100% because and she says this all the time. And I wanted to do this today because I just had a call with her yesterday. And while it's fresh in my mind, she was like, I can't stress enough how good of quality the leads are. Like, I cannot stress enough that when people come in to my practice, I don't have to act like a used car salesman and sell myself. They sign up. They sign up immediately. So I just want to take you through this process of how how our team took her from a trickle of leads to fully booked a month out. So she was booking out like a week to 2 weeks, and how we took her from a trickle of leads, 2-ish weeks booked out, to over a month booked out with her practice. So just quickly, once again, I'm Carolyn Hefner. I've been running ads for Facebook. I've been running Facebook and Instagram ads for my clients for the last 12 years. I've had my business for the last 5 years, and I've been in the Medspa and wellness niche, medical weight loss niche for the last 5 years. And I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm obsessed with it because I feel that even though I am just marketing these clients, right, and I'm helping them provide for their families, which is like no small task, they are in turn making an impact in their clients' lives, in their health, in their wellness, and their aesthetics, and how they feel, and how their confidence just like explodes after they come and see them. So today I'm talking about Dr. Erica from New Vitality Health and Wellness. Here she is, my lovely client. She is wonderful, and I always talk about how like from the first moment we hopped on the phone together, we knew that it just clicked. Like it was just a vibe. And I knew that I was going to work with her because she and I just had such um a good connection. And we've been together for over 2 years now. And that's something I also like pride myself on is when you work with me, I will become your forever agency because not only do we get consistent results month after month, year over year, and bring that ROI every single month, every single year, but we adapt with you, right? And we're giving you that visibility consistently, and that's again my goal overall. So here is how we turn $1,500 monthly budget into 20K recurring months with meta ads. So again, my client, New Vitality Health and Wellness, Dr. Erica, she opened her practice in 2023, offering concierge weight management and IV therapy. Her focus really is concierge weight management. So it's semaglutide, tirzepatide, Ozempic. She hired us in January of 2024. So I think we had our first call in January of 2024. She was looking for more bookings. She was relying solely on referrals at the time and organic marketing. She had hired an organic marketing expert to help her with content local to her. But she knew that she couldn't rely on referrals forever. She knew that that wasn't sustainable. And she was also tired of having to convince people once they came in to book with her. She felt like if only there was a way or a system to get my message out there, to get my mission out there, to get people to know who I am and to understand me before they even come in the doors. So that way, when they do come in, they don't really question anything. They know what I'm all about and they sign. Okay. So she was looking for more bookings, but she didn't want her ad spend to be like through the roof. She wanted it to stay low, to make sense. And she didn't want to spend a ton of money on ads and see no ROI, because that's another issue that people have is they spend a lot of money on ads and they don't see any ROI, or they hire an agency and spend thousands of dollars and max out their credit cards and they see no results, which I get it. It's frustrating. I've had conversations with Medspa owners recently that said they've maxed out their credit cards $30,000 or more um, without seeing results. So that's not what I want for my clients. As a Christian, that just like doesn't sit well with me. And if you're not ready for ads, I'm going to be totally open and honest with you. But if you are ready for ads, we will take you on because we know the results that we can get you and how we can change your life. Okay. Within 2 weeks of her ad launch, we were able to show that her bookings had increased exponentially, with calls coming in every single day, website bookings increasing week over week. Within 2 weeks of ad launch in February, her practice was booked until April. She literally messaged us and was like, so it was funny because a lot of times with Facebook and Instagram ads, there are issues where the Meta won't talk to the platform that it's integrated with. And there's like a weird way that we need to do a workaround, and it can be really frustrating. And when we started launching ads, we started to see the bookings come in, and then all of a sudden it kind of dropped off. We were like, what the heck? So we were stressed. So immediately within like a couple hours, I called her, or I messaged her actually. I think it was via DM. And I said, hey, have you noticed like a drop off in bookings? And she was like, oh my gosh, no. The reason that there's been a drop on your end is because people weren't booking through the website anymore, because the website was so far booked out. Her calendar on the website was so far booked out that they were calling to book with her. That's how many bookings they were getting because of these ads. So that's the power of this strategy. Okay. So this is how we've taken her from a trickle of leads, referrals only, organic marketing only, to every single day she's getting, she said like 4 or 5 bookings a day. Like this is last night I was talking to her or yesterday I was talking to her on Zoom. And I said, that booking calendar, we're still having issues with that, with the tracking, because again, like a lot of times it doesn't integrate correctly because it's a third party app. So it's like Acuity or it's Vagaro or like one of those third party apps that make it a little bit tricky to track, because it doesn't integrate as fully with Facebook as like a WordPress or, just a form. And she said, it's so funny because in your weekly reports, because we send reports every single week, you say that there are a couple leads on your end, that booked a couple bookings on your end. So like for example, like one week I said, okay, I saw 4 bookings this week. How many did you see on your end? Because we keep track of everything on like a master doc spreadsheet. And she was like, we're getting like 3 or 4 bookings a day. We see over 10 a week. She goes, so I don't know. And it's funny because, she's so busy that when I send the emails, I get nervous because I don't hear back from her. But it turns out she's just so busy that she can't respond to the emails. So that's been such a massive win for this client, for her. So in the summer of 2024, Dr. Erica added or 2025, I don't know why I have 2024 in there. She added new services, body contouring, new team members, and now she's scaling her practice with the help of our team in 2025. No, I had the right date there. So in 2024, she added body contouring, and then this year she's added NAD+. So that's like what we're focusing on for the next campaign. So just to take you through like a timeline. She had a $1,500 monthly ad spend. We set her budget that worked for her, kept costs low. This is in addition to our services, our ad services. So that does not include our ad services, because that $1,500 goes directly to Meta. We started with our one proven ad strategy. This is the ad strategy that I talked about, and I'll link it below, but it's that's that funnel, that client acquisition funnel, where we bring people in at the top of the funnel, we nurture them through the middle, and we book them at the bottom. And this is the key to this strategy, okay? This is the key to these bookings. It's built on trust. I will say this until I'm blue in the face. This strategy is built solely on trust. It is built for the purpose of nurturing each client down the funnel so that by the time they walk through your doors, they don't have questions. They're just excited to work with you. And that's what Dr. Erica said. And this is something I had to make a note of yesterday. She said, I used to feel like I was a used car salesman, and now I kind of say take it or leave it. They still come, they still pay, they're still excited, and it's taken so much pressure off of me as far as like selling myself, because I feel like I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to like be pushy. She said, because when they come in, they already know what I'm all about. They already know what the what the program is all about, and they just like slap their credit card out and they pay. She also mentioned, and this is like in addition, and I'll get back to like the goals and objectives, but she was so funny. She was like, I am not one to network. I don't do wine Wednesdays. I don't, and I laughed and I said, I know I don't either. It's something I really need to work on, but it's hard because I have kids, and like by the end of the day, I'm so tired. I'm not about to like go out and network with a bunch of people and like in hopes that it will lead me to a sale. That's why I have ads, right? It's a way to like automate what you don't want to do, which is like go meet with people on Wednesday for Wine Wednesday. But she said, but because of my ads, even though I'm not at these Wine Wednesdays or like these networking events, everyone knows me. I don't have to go because they do the heavy lifting for me. And that's what was it's like so rewarding, because she has kids and she has a husband and she has a life outside of work, right? And when you get done with work and you get done with like talking to patients all day and your energy is at an all-time low, the last thing you want to do is like go to a networking event. Like that's how I feel. I feel like during the day, when I'm on client calls and I'm interfacing with my team and I'm dealing with my kids, the last thing I want to do at the end of the day when my husband gets home is leave the house and go to a networking event. I know they're great. I'm not trying to like down networking events. I know that it's probably a great idea to like go to some of these events. But for me, my social battery is at an all-time low by 5 o'clock. So that's what's so great about ads is you don't have to worry about your name getting out there. It'll be out there because you're running ads. Okay. So back to this proven ad strategy. We developed it. We customized it to her. We wrote the ad copy, designed the creatives, and we launched them. Within 2 weeks of hiring us, we launched her ads, let the algorithm do what it does best with this ad strategy. And every week since 2024, February, the ad launch, she has been booking over 5 to 10 new high quality patients every single week. And not just booking, but converting them. That's why I say like, yes, I can bring you patients all day long, but if you can't convert them, that's a problem. So you have to have that you have to have everything set up on the back end as well. And I can even do it like a separate conversation about that. She's seen a 275% return on ad spend with these ad strategies. So had she not taken the leap, had she stayed in the, mentality of, well, the leads are coming, I don't need to worry about it. The referrals will continue to come. She would not have seen this growth month after month. She would probably be a little bit nervous, because what if the leads do stop, right? What if referrals do stop? What if the organic marketing isn't reaching people in her local area, right? What if it's like reaching random bots, right? Those two things, referrals and organic marketing, are not sustainable ways to ensure scalability. That's why ads are so critical, because it increases your visibility, it increases your exposure, and it will overall increase your ability to scale. So 300% increase in monthly revenue for this wellness practice. She sees about $30 to $80 per lead, with a massive return on ad spend, right? Because with concierge weight management, depending on the price of your program, right? Or IV infusions, or like an IV membership, NAD plus infusions, right? You're spending $30 to $80 per lead, but the return is $1,200 to $2,000 or more, because it's weight management, it's weight maintenance, and there's a maintenance after, right? After they see the results, there's a maintenance program. Another thing, which like this is another example, it's like, so we test campaigns all the time for Dr. Erica. And just recently we ran a body contouring campaign, and it didn't do as well as we had hoped, because that's part of like marketing, right? You run tests and you hope, we use it in our strategy, and some do better than others, right? We ran a body contouring campaign. It brought in, I think, 2 bookings, one who was going to commit later, and then another who did it. And total, we spent $330. But the one booking who committed to it, it was $250 times 4 sessions, right? So she made her money back and then some, even though we spent $330, even though it wasn't like a killer campaign, she still made money on it, right? So overall, one very happy client who has helped over 1,000 patients lose over 16,000 pounds. I actually think it's more than that now. She has it in her bio. 1,000 plus clients, 20,000 pounds lost with the help of ads. And she'll be scaling her Medspa in just 3 years. Here's just a couple examples of like her feedback. Been a bit overwhelmed with calls, averaging around 3 new patient calls per day, not including patients that are coming back that we haven't seen in a year. She did a testimonial video. I actually have it up on my page, and I can share it with you guys if you want to see it. Call volume has been crazy. Next available patient consult is not until April 2nd. So that was from the first month that we worked together. Bookings have increased in our end, 1 to 3 calls per day. I'm beyond words for how thankful I am. We started running ads 2 weeks ago, and there's been significant influx of phone calls and scheduling. Our appointments now went from a wait time of 1 week to a wait time of 1 month. We had 13 new appointments. Natalie's my team member. Appointment bookings from August to September. 26th December 1st. Everything's looking good. Definitely increase in bookings call this week. Past 48 hours, I'm pretty much taxing out my staff with getting patients scheduled. And that's something she also says, like her staff is always so stressed because there have been so many bookings. So this is the power of this ad strategy, okay? With these ads, we take dream clients through your sales funnel or your client journey, whatever you want to call it, that brings a person from not knowing who you are to becoming a loyal ride or die client, okay? And this is, again, like that funnel. And I do a video on that, and I can show you guys that. I can link it in the comments. So just one thing, and this is something I like to talk about in our masterclass, but what most ads agencies miss when running ads are these pieces, okay? A lot of times when you get onboarded with an agency, they're like, okay, we're going to run an ad to a flash sale, and then we'll just retarget those people who came in for the flash sale with more sales. And fine, that's great, and it will fill your books. But often those people who are seeking a sale will only ever book when there's a sale, right? You're not building trust with loyal clients. You are creating a pattern where clients only come to expect a sale. And you don't want that, right? Like, you want your practice, your reputation to be luxury. If you're in the Medspa niche, this is a luxury service, right? So you don't want for people every time that they book to be like looking for a deal, right? Because then you're never going to have those loyal clients because they're just going to be searching for the next deal with the competition down the road, right? So as always, if you're ready to take the leap into ads, send me a message. I can actually just give you my cell right now. You can shoot me a text. This is my cell on the screen. Here's my website. That's actually changing now. I'm changing everything back to Bella Social, which is like my agency name. I changed it because I was coaching for a while. I was coaching ads, and now I'm going back to like the agency model and just focusing in on that, just because it's a lot to like do coaching and agencies. And we're finding a lot of success with the agency. So I kind of want to lean into that. And of course, my email is carolyn@carolynguestcoaching.com. Again, that's going to be changing as well, but just letting you all know. And as always, if you have questions, leave them in the caption below or in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback on this ad strategy, on this case study. And as always, I'm grateful that you guys are here.